General theme is how does it feel to be a hypocrite?
Right. Well, he sounds like a royal dirtbag.
I was wrong about something.
Magnificent! Magnificent! Magnificent!
If we can be with ourselves, if we can understand ourselves, we can love.
It's not my fault nobody can understand what you're saying.
Let's go while we're young.
3, 2, 1. Just introduce yourself and tell me what you ate for breakfast.
Hey, good morning. Too early for breakfast, but I've got some coffee. Some good Shiny Brand coffee, by the way. ShinyBrand.com if you want some. Hey, good morning. Tuesday, day 2 of the week. Well, I mean, if you go off of Monday like a work week, it's day 2. We all work different weird schedules, and so I don't know, throw that out the window. It's day whatever. It's Tuesday. I'm going to be at a school tomorrow, so hey, I would really appreciate that the prayer support tomorrow. I'll be here in the morning right away, but then right after the show, my hair might be done in the morning. It might not be morning hair tomorrow, so just be prepared for that madness. Because I'll just have to hit the road right away after the show, get over to Wisconsin. So yeah, doing another state tomorrow. And just a privilege to do that. I want to say it's, this is a really tough one. So I should have brought it in here. I'm not going to show you what's on the calendar, but I have a spare one. And I have this, I think it's about 4 feet wide. Maybe I'll try to remember to have it here tomorrow, but it's these huge calendars. And I need to redo them, update them a little bit. But one of the things that I do for the show is that I have these huge, like 4 foot by 3 foot calendars, dry erase board calendars. And so I put these different topics on that calendar. So tomorrow is Misplaced Trust, by the way. Today is Misplaced Truth. So some of these things that, let me put it like this. I was told recently that I picked some topics based off of, I was mad at somebody's post, and I'm like, I didn't even see your post, but okay. So if you think that this is about you, that might take some self-reflection on your part, because it's not about you. This morning show is about being just as real as I can be with you, for one, being real together, doing things like just exploring some of these different topics. Some of them might be cultural topics. Some of them might be like biblical or spiritual topics, philosophy topics, just these things that I'm trying to get better in. Maybe they're things that I sort of have a way about doing it or whatever else, but it's not directed at a person or a group of people. So let me just say it like this: get over yourself. All right. I'm sorry, but it's not about you. If you think it is, then that might take some self-reflection, I guess. So Misplaced Truth, we talked about yesterday about, the term misplaced versus lost. And so when we look at misplaced, it means in this context, for sure, it means incorrectly positioned, right? So we can read a headline in the news today, tomorrow, yesterday, and there's truth in a headline. But in a lot of cases, it's misplaced because they are going after their demographic, and their demographic might be a particular political bend. It might be a typical religious bend, or whatever their market is, whoever they're going after to click on these things, to read these things. There's a piece of truth in it, but It's misplaced always, 100% always. I have yet to see a headline in recent years that there's not misplaced truth, period. And I had this experience personally, and the reason I really looked at a lot of these things in a different way is because I literally had done an interview and on site at a school after a presentation. And then when they went in and cut it in the studio, so to speak, for the news that evening, it was a very different thing, and it really woke me up to that fact of how they're misplacing truth in these things. And whatever I'm speaking out on it. It is absolutely something that we need to recognize. I'm not saying that you shouldn't look at the news or watch the news, but you better be aware that they are definitely trying to rile up their crowd and in their people that are more prone to whatever particular news station that is. And it goes for whatever political party and whatever religious thing that you want to look at. It's just that way, period. So the truth isn't lost, it's misplaced in those incorrect positions. One of the quotes that I really enjoy on this is Mark Twain, and there's a lot of different ones, but he said the truth has no defense against a fool determined to believe a lie. So if you're sitting there and if you're going to say that this is the truth, this is my truth or their truth or whatever that truth is, it's just simply if you're so determined that no matter what evidence there is, that you're just going to believe that lie, the truth has no defense against you. And what happens is you're going to be isolated. You're going to be isolated. You're going to be and actually I'll get into that a little bit in a minute. But so a fact is information minus emotion. Right? There's this saying, a fact is information minus emotion. An opinion is information plus experience. Ignorance is an opinion lacking information. And stupidity is an opinion that ignores facts. And so where are you? I think we've all been in each of those four places in our lifetime, but I'm going to do my very best to look at the facts, and especially if there's something that is coming from one source, I'm almost never going to believe it. In my lifetime, I'm approaching 50 years old, and in my lifetime, I've never seen so many desperate people to prove that they're right, or maybe another way to say it, that their truth is the only truth, and that you must submit to their truth. And let me give you an example of that. I mean that you can have two people that are in an experience, and let's say that they watch a car crash. Let's even do that. I've got experience with car crashes and in the death of my daughter, and so I've studied that a ton. And so let's say two people see a car crash, and they're looking at it from different angles, but they see the same crash. One is down west and one is up east of the crash. So they have different perspectives, and so they're going to be able to give different information, but the truth in there is that the car crashed, right? Now let's take those people, and they're giving their perspectives, and you have somebody that wasn't there, and they're going to simply tell you, well, that's not what happened because so-and-so cousin's uncle's boyfriend's nurse's mom said this. Well, that would be the stupidity is an opinion that ignores facts, that you have this information of facts and you completely ignore it. And that's what I see everywhere right now. And it really is heavy on my heart. Seeing these people that are just constantly spouting off about things that they won't even have the conversation with anybody that might have been there, or somebody that has firsthand knowledge anyway. And I'll give you another personal experience, and we'll wrap up today. I've commented a lot over the years, and I don't do it so much anymore. I'll sometimes send people direct messages because honestly, I found that there's I can do better doing a live show like this or doing videos or other content and reach people than trying to reach people one-on-one anymore. And the reason for that is that I comment and they flat. I'll comment reminding them that they're lying, right? That they know they're lying, and then they'll delete my comments. They know full well that they're lying, and they delete it altogether. And they refuse to make that attempt one-on-one or whatever, but they refuse that objective conversation. They just won't do it. And when I've attempted to do that, especially in the past 4 or 5 years, it has just been futile. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the morning show, is just to talk about some of these things and just get it out there. And, you know, I'm very grateful for you sharing the videos because they are growing. A lot of them are being deleted now on Facebook. That's just their policy, I guess. But at any rate, you know, thank you for sharing them. It's growing. And that's a great thing. But they won't have get back on topic here. They won't have those conversations. They absolutely refuse to do it. They want to just completely and utterly believe the lie that they were either told or that they're putting out there, as I've talked about disinformation. And they'll only have the conversations and they'll only allow the comments with the people that are in their small circle echo chamber. And I spent a lot of time on trying to escape the echo chamber as a podcast. And so I've really been determined, and I've really been self-aware that there's a lot of things that I'm in an echo chamber of. And so I really try to look at things in a truthful, objective way. So I'll stop rambling about this one, y'all. I thank you for being here this morning. I'm going to leave it with this, and then we're going to do the drawing. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people. Shiny is an idea. That's why I want to discuss it. And shiny is such a vast and powerful thing that it's about discussing ideas with people. It's about how it is to build each other up. And so that is Eleanor Roosevelt who said that quote. And I think it's extremely powerful, extremely relevant to today. We see a lot of small minds, don't we? Let's do the drawing. All right, Melinda, congratulations. I still I have some stuff to get out to you, so I'll add that here to the package. As I said yesterday, I get behind, and I've gotten behind here and I had misplaced focus, as we talked about yesterday. I want to leave you with this. These things I don't take lightly at all. This is something that is heavy on my heart. I see people that, I've known in the past, and they just simply will refuse completely 1,000,000% refuse to have those conversations and to understand the complexities and the nuances of what things are. Hollywood, the news, different media uses different camera angles, and they use different things to make us believe and think something is happening that it isn't. And that happens in real life, right? And so if someone says, hey, that statement, I think that you took a little bit out of context. Let me give you the context. If you're refusing that context from the person that it came from, well, you are, I don't say it often, but you are the person that is wrong. by not taking in that context and refusing that conversation. Have a great Tuesday. See you tomorrow morning at 6:30.
You know what I just saw?
Who is this guy?
I call myself Podcast because of my podcast.
I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
So it's done. It's done.